Now we're just going to take you through a few basic driven targets. The first one is going to be a nice basic driven pheasant, which is basically everyone's bread and butter on a game shoot. A nice basic driven pheasant, 45-degree angle, about 30-40 foot high. So a normal driven pheasant. Then we're going to go through and shoot a crossing pheasant. And I'm also going to show you about moving your feet. The other thing I would say is when you're clay shooting, everyone wants to catch the cartridges. When you're game shooting, shoot the birds, let the cartridges eject out. That's what you've got ejectors for. So when you're practicing at a clay ground for game shooting, don't catch the cartridges, let them eject out. If you go to one of the proper shooting schools, you will find that the instructor, and you get a proper instructor, they will let you eject out. Because when you're on 150, 200 bird day, and you're in the heat of the moment, and you're going like that there, the last thing you want to do is be catching your cartridges. So, because you won't have time. So, shoot your birds, bang, bang, let them eject out, 2 more cartridges in. Like that, go straight in. So, the first thing we're going to do is just look at a nice basic driven pheasant. Basic driven cock pheasant. Going to shoot it 45-degree angle. It is not right to kill it right back there, right? You look at my body, it's all out, it's not right, my weight's on my back foot. What you're looking for is that. See my weight's on my front foot, my head's on the wood, all right? So not that, but that nice 45-degree angle. That's what we're looking for when we shoot that driven pheasant. So just a couple just to show you. And remember also, when you are practicing at a shooting school, practice with 2 cartridges. Too many people, they go onto a shooting school, they've got 1 cartridge in there. When you're game shooting, if you've got a driven pheasant, you'll miss it with the first one. What's the first thing you do? Put a second one into it. So if you practice that method at the shooting school, when you come to a game shoot, it's second nature. So always practice with 2 cartridges. Practice is exactly what you're going to do on a game shoot at a shooting school. All right. So first thing, earphone on. I know where my next door neighbours are. I know where my beaters are. I know where my flaggers are. I know where my picker-uppers are. So gun starts there. I start with the gun here. I'm looking in the distance. So I know roughly when the birds are going to come, because the songbirds, generally, the songbirds will be flittering around first. And I look in the distance. I don't suddenly, if I see a pheasant in the distance, I don't do that straight away. If I see a pheasant in the distance, my gun goes into my line of view there. And that is my ready position. Because by the time it gets halfway across, that might go to my friend there, that might go to my friend there. So I don't really want to be mounting the gun right out there and going bang. So I'll mount my gun there, let it come in, like that. So that is what I'm going to be attempting to try and do nicely, keeping my weight forward. So, and again, bearing in mind, the pheasants you can't call pull for pheasants. They will come when they want to come. It's not up to you. So as soon as you close that gun, it might come out. Or you might close that gun and it waits. The other thing to do is once you've shot one, if you hit it, don't suddenly open the gun, because you might suddenly get one come up. So shoot the first one, wait for a little bit. You might have to open the gun, you might have time to open the gun, put another cartridge in. You might not. So be a little bit more time. Now you see on here, as my gun goes forward, my weight transfers to there, all the way. Take note of where my feet are pointing as well. My feet are always going to be pointing to where I'm going to be killing that target. So if I suddenly have a target that goes there, my feet will move there. If I suddenly have a target that goes there, my feet will move. I don't plant my size 9s and stay there and do that. The whole body, the feet move into that shot. Just like that. See, I move my whole body, I move my feet. Now, if James suddenly just presses them randomly, go wherever, see, my body moves. Again, if I miss it with the first one, whack a second one into it. You're there as to hit the pheasants. You're not there as clays. You don't go one, then one. Just like that.